Hello everybody. This book you're seeing here, Zenith 2016, is such an important book to read to understand the geopolitical system with America, the United Nations, and the world, to understand Freemasonry and how it is controlling the New World Order system. Now, 2016 was 216. Just drop the zero. On Wikipedia, 216 number, 2 pages of information people need to go and read to understand its relation to the Bible. In Revelation 13, chapter 13, verse 18. Now, the number of his name is written in Revelation chapter 13, chapter 14, and chapter 15. If people are not familiar with the number 666 and the number of his name, you will find it written and talked about by John the Revelator in those 3 chapters. And you can find the truth being written here about the number 216 is 6 times 6 times 6, found in the book of Revelation. All that to say this: the man of sin and son of perdition is known as Apollyon. And Barack Obama went as a US Senator to the New York City Apollo Theatre back on the 29th of November 2007, and they had an African American gospel group singing about Jesus Christ of Nazareth before Obama took the stage on the 29th of November 2007 as a US Senator. 216 weeks later, 216 is 666, 6 times 6 times 6. President Obama visited the Apollo Theatre again, second time, on the 19th of January 2012. Apollo. Okay, and why was it done to that date between those 2 time periods? Because forwarding on, it is 61 weeks and 2 days to the day Obama stood in the Church of the Nativity in Israel. Now, if you'd seen my previous videos, that coincides with being the 1260th day since Obama received the Nobel Peace Prize back in October 9th, 2009, following Bible prophecy of Daniel 9, verse 27, Daniel 12:11, and Daniel 12:12 for the covenant week. And if that wasn't confirmation enough, 61 weeks and 2 days again, the same time period, from Obama standing in the Church of the Nativity, which is revered as the place of Jesus Christ's birth. Pope Francis visited Israel on the 25th of May 2014 to exactly the same numbers, right to left, 2 days, 61 weeks. It's the number 216. And Pope Francis stood at the Church of the the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, which is considered to be the place of Jesus Christ's death and resurrection. So the birthplace of Christ was represented, and the place of Jesus Christ's death and resurrection is represented by the first beast and the second beast of Revelation chapter 13. The beast that rises from the sea, the son of perdition, the man of sin, to the false prophet, being Pope Francis, the second beast written about in chapter 13, verse 11 onwards. Now, this gets even more extraordinary because before Pope Francis came on the scene, the Pope prior to him was Pope Benedict. Now, Pope Benedict visited the Church of the Holy Sepulchre back in Jerusalem on the 15th of May 2009, and that coincided 216 again, 60 months and 12 days, to Pope Francis's visit to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, 25th of May 2014, which you just saw back there. This has all been carefully scripted, orchestrated, and acted out, played out. These people are following a carefully written script for them. Pope Benedict, the first pope to resign as the Roman Catholic Pope in 600 years to make way for Pope Francis in 2013. On the 13th of March 2013 to be exact. And now we go on to, where does Obama's trip to the Nativity, Church of the Nativity in occupied Palestine, Bethlehem. That weekend is coming up very soon. And the remaining days to Obama's third term inauguration is 480 days, 48. The man born on the 4th of the 8th is the man also written about in Revelation 13:18 as the 666 man. So if that isn't proof enough that the covenant week has been enacted, fulfilled to the numbers exactly. It's not written here, but the covenant week is, like I said, 3 scriptures: Daniel 9:27, Daniel 12:11, Daniel 12:12. And those 3 time periods, if you add them up, 1260 plus 1290 to the 1335th day equals 2595 days, which breaks down to the number of the beast's name. It equals 6 years, 6 months, 6 days plus 216 days. So while we're talking about this covenant week, that ended on the 16th of November 2016. And something significant happened in America on that day, because Pope Barack Obama passed legislation so that all sorts of wicked things could happen in America. And one of those things that he had a hand in making this happen was there's a group called the Church of Satan. You can find it pretty easy on Google, right? And on the 16th of November 2016 is the last day of the covenant week, when Obama stood in the birthplace of democracy, Greece. He's only one trip to Greece during his presidency, the birthplace of the gods of Greek mythology: Apollo, Zeus, Olympus. Back in America on that same day, After School Satan program rolled out. That was its first official meeting on the 16th of November 2016. After School Satan program for elementary school kids. I find that just incredible when you see, if you do the research on After School Satan program, Obama's connection to that program, making it happen, paving the way through legislation so that it could finally be a reality, and they would have After School Satan program in elementary schools. So there you have it, folks. Obama's trips to the Apollo Theatre in New York City, all carefully planned and staged to the number of his name, the 216666 beast that he is, and its connections to Pope Francis visiting the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, Pope Benedict standing in the same place, and moving on from the Nativity visit, 66648 to inauguration third term. Thanks for listening.